My name is Linda Friedlander. I'm head of education at the Yale Center for British Art in New Haven, Connecticut. I have been at the British Art Center since its opening back in 1977. Visual literacy became kind of this buzzword as a way of working with the public and helping them to look more carefully at what they see. You can't get as much out of something without actually spending some time studying it and looking at it. People feel much better when they can um, be independent in a museum and they know what to do when they are face to face with a work of art. Where do they start? And we found that too many people read the label and then they stop there. And yes, labels are really, really important. They give background to the artist, they give a context to the object if they're well written. But we also want people to focus on the object itself. And can you tell how this object was made? What sort of process was being used? Where did the artist start the painting? Was it up in a corner? Was it in the center? Did they work out? Did they work in? Did they work from sketches first? What kind of paint did they use? Do they work quickly? Do they work slowly and methodically? And we've learned that over the centuries, these things change, and the way in which people are painting is continually changing in terms of adapting to different ideas, different philosophies about how objects are made. But one of the things that we do stress is that looking is an extremely important skill. We know from studies by cognitive psychologists that the largest amount of the brain is devoted to the visual up until about 9 or 10 years of age, and that if we are going to help introduce uh, audiences to visual looking skills, a great time to do it is when they are young. So one of the first things that we try to do is to help students look at a painting and describe something in as much detail as they possibly can. And that has to do with talking about its shape, its outline, its color, its size. Is it smooth? Is there a texture to it? Does it remind them of something they've ever seen before in their own life? Do they have anything at home that looks like this? And to try to make as many suggestions and ideas for them to be thinking about as they are putting together what it is that they are looking at. We've also found that helping people learn to look at things makes a really special contribution to mindfulness, that people can get lost in a painting. And I mean that in the best sense of the word. There's something that attracts them. There's something that's very calming about it. There's been, great amount of information written about how different kinds of subject matter can have an impact on people's moods, how it can be very calming, how it can bring back memories of things that people help relate them to the story, to the narrative that's being told, and that you don't need a background in art history, or you don't need to have written a lot about this, but it helps people connect to ideas, to memories, to places they visited, which is also a wonderful thing that art can do for all of us.